Well, here's a initial look at the first prototype of my B2B, which is biking to boating. It's basically a boat it's a folding boat that you carry behind your bike, and then the boat carries your bike. So you basically, it's for the C&O towpath. We like riding up and down the towpath. And we like paddling down. The problem with paddling down is you have to leave a car at the bottom, and then you have to go get your other car, and then you have to load up your you have to take two people, and then you got to leave your paddle boats at the bottom. It's quite a hassle. You have to drive your car to 3 different places. With this, you just drive once, and you ride your bike and you tow the boat basically upstream along the towpath, and then you go up 3 to 6 miles or whatever, and then the bike trailer turns into a boat. And this is the tail view. So right now each half is 33 pounds. I haven't primed and painted it yet. I haven't put the hinges on there, and I haven't put connectors, and but as you can see, there's going to be a bracket for the forks right here to mount to. These are the trailer wheels. It's currently 27 inches wide, and each half is 6 feet long. So it's exactly 2 meters long. Well, not exactly. It's less than 2 meters long. I think it's a little too long. It doesn't have to be this long. There's, I think I could make it another, basically 9 inches shorter. Each half could be 9 inches shorter. And then, I think it would be smaller, and it would still have the volume. The floor is 6 centimeters thick, so as long as the total weight of the boat is less than 234 pounds, then the floor of the boat is actually above the water line. So in this case, I don't think I'm going to make a drain hole, but I could make a drain hole, and then the floors would be self-draining. But I think in this case, I'm just going to leave them. I'm going to bring like a bailing bucket, but the place where I'm going to be on the river, it doesn't really have a lot of rapids. So anyway, this boat is unsinkable. The seat is not going to be this seat. I just put that there just to get an idea of comfort, of height. I think 13 inch above the floor is about right. That's kind of like a short toilet. Anything shorter than that, and your knees are in the way, and then you have to extend your legs in front of you, and then it's hard to keep your back upright. So I think 13 inches is about right. You can use a stand-up paddleboard paddle, or you can use a kayak paddle. I like kayak paddle because it gives you a little bit more control directionally. Also, people are going to say, well, it doesn't make sense to sit in the middle. Well, those are the kind of people that are used to canoes, and canoes don't have fins. And so the reason you have to sit in the back of a canoe is it lowers the back end of the canoe, and that creates resistance. So that's why most people sit in the back of a canoe if they don't want to go in circles. In this case, I'm going to have 2 fins. I haven't put them on yet, but the fins will help it track straight. So that's why you can put all your weight in the middle. The bike only weighs 20 pounds, maybe 22 pounds. So yeah, 10 kilograms for the bike. And then the seat is basically going to straddle the middle. So the center of mass is going to be pretty much in the middle of the boat. And I think I'm going to paint the whole thing. The side walls, initially they were 8 inches tall, and then somebody said, well, what if it fills with water? we have rapids where we paddle, so I thought, well, okay, I'll just add an inch. But really, that's kind of arbitrary. When this is folded up, most dry bags are 10 inches in diameter, so you really need, you only need about 5 inches of height in the inside. Multiplied by 2 is 10 inches. So anyway, right now it's, you have a lot of height. And again, if you're below 234 pounds, you could put drain holes, and then it would be self-draining. Just wanted to go over the design of the shape. Some people have mentioned that I should make it look more like a boat shape. And while it's true that a tapered front and back would make it hydrodynamically faster, it would also make it less stable. And so I did some analysis of the stability of this being 27 inches wide it's the exact same lateral stability as an elliptical shape that is 34 inches wide. So when you have narrow, it has to do with the average width. So anyway, so that's why the front and back are not tapered inward. Anyway, this is for a river or maybe a lake. It's not really designed for like the ocean. So that's why I picked this shape. And it's really not designed for speed, because I just want to float down the Potomac River and enjoy nature and paddle, very slowly. So the shape is basically a Thames River punt. It's just a little bit longer and less wide than a traditional punt, but it's basically a long, skinny punt that's built using modern materials. And there's no fiberglass on this boat, and I don't intend to use any fiberglass because fiberglass will increase the weight. But I do have to seal the edges of the plywood, and I'm going to use Titebond 3 and sheetrock tape. And I have a video of that on my YouTube channel where I show how this tape right here, immersed in Titebond 3, works really well to seal the edges. This is for all the exterior corners of the boat. Anywhere where there's exposed plywood edge, end grain. So it works really well as long as it's fully saturated. So a lot of people have tried to make boats out of cardboard, and the problem with cardboard is 3 layers, and each layer has to be sealed, but you can only seal the outside of the 2 outer layers. You can't seal the inner layer of the cardboard. So cardboard does not work on a boat, but 1 layer of paper does actually work really well to strengthen a seam. So I'm just excited that I'll be able to get on the river soon and float down the river. There's an area where there's some bald eagles' nests, and you can only see it when you're on the river because they build their nests where there's not a lot of human traffic. It's a part of the towpath where it's about 100 yards away from the Potomac, so you can't see the eagles unless you're on the river. So